I don't know if you remember what it was like when you were younger, a child, and being sent on an errand, you know? You had to be able to say confidently who it was that was sending you. You know, my dad says, or my mum sent me to say this. Because if you just turned up and spoke on your own behalf, no one would really believe you. So there's something about being sent that gives a validity to what we're saying. And so I've always really appreciated that verse in Isaiah 6, verse 8, when it says, "Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, 'Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?' And I said, 'Here am I, send me.'" Now, I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's a little bit of a contrast, isn't there? Because it says, "Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" And thinking back to that errand that I was imagining in our childhood days, if we just decided to go, it would have been nowhere near as effective as having been sent. And I think that Isaiah was aware of this, because when the Lord says, "Whom shall I send and who will go for us?" he doesn't say, "I'll go," which he could have done, couldn't he? He says, "Lord, here am I, send me." And he immediately is looking for that validation that will come from the sending. I can fast forward into the New Testament and think about John the Baptist. And he knew that he was one who was sent from God. If he didn't know that he was sent, he could never have accomplished what he did. Jesus, of course, was also sent. And we too need to know something of that sending in our lives. I believe God is still asking that same question that he asked Isaiah. Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? And I'm trusting that as we hear that in our hearts, and don't be overwhelmed by this, because God might be sending you to somewhere where you're already at, but just wanting you to be there in more authority. He might be sending you to somewhere where you actually want to go. I know very often we get this idea in our minds, oh goodness, I don't want to say yes to God in case he sends me somewhere where I don't want to go. Look, there's a sense in which God knows where to place us, and he knows where we will thrive and function the best. So don't hesitate. But my advice to you is, don't just say, "Oh Lord, I'll go." Say, "Lord, here am I, send me." And it'll make all the difference. Even if you know you're being sent into your office, being sent into your family, being sent into some situation in the community, to know that you're sent and have not just turned up is something that makes a huge difference. Keep those words in your heart. Here am I, send me. It makes all the difference.